Allegedly,
Ever.
Dre found out that Trey had shot up his baby mother's car with his son in it after they allegedly had a...
That's different. I would have smoked his ass too, dude. Shit. And we about to break down exactly what led up to Skilla Baby's attempted murder.
Bruh.
Phone them great. Let's get right into it. Skate.
When the pandemic was pandemic, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. During the pandemic, it was a crew that was making a name for themselves in the underground world in Detroit.
Okay.
It was a crew that was consist of many neighborhoods.
Okay.
Like 8 Mile, Dexter, 12th, and even Number Street, just to name a few. This
Okay.
crew even had rappers. Now, allegedly, how this group even started is a story in itself. To give you a better understanding of this group called, quote, Don't Worry About It.
Terrible name, bro. Like, I feel like they should all be arrested by the FBI just because of that name. We gonna call our gang DWBI. What that mean, Kai? Don't worry about it, Kai. What?
Bruh.
AKA DWBI. Now, this crew is allegedly known for putting their thumbs down in their videos and their pictures, which play key when you're discussing their alleged enemies. Promoting their thumbs down with an alleged gun with your fingers pointing at it. Now, some say this group was formed after the demise of a beloved Detroiter who went by the name Trey, who was killed allegedly by a man named TTO Dre. And the TTO stands for The Takeover. Now, Dre's real name...
You see what I mean? Like, what's with these names, bro? Hey, I'm TTO. What TTO stand for? The Takeover. What? Like, we gotta come up with something cool, like, sound just a little cooler, bro. You know what I mean?
was Andre Hoods. And far as the victim, Trey, well, he from a neighborhood called Dexter. And the T.O.B. and Trey name stands for Trust Our Brother. Now, how Dre killed Trey is really how they crew made a name in the streets of Detroit. Now, I can't make this up, but I don't want you to get confused, family. So instead of saying Dre, we're going to say Andre. Now, Trey was driving one day. It was August 27, 2018. He ended up making it to Detroit's west side. And Trey had a passenger. He was driving in his vehicle, which was a white sedan. But little did Trey know, Andre was looking for him. Now, it was public that Trey was sleeping with Andre's baby mother.
It's always about a bitch, man. Every single time, bro. And a lot of these niggas, we ain't beefing over no hoes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, bro. 99.9 times out of 10, these niggas is beefing over a female. It never fails, bro.
Allegedly,
Ever.
Dre found out that Trey had shot up his baby mother's car with his son in it after they allegedly had a
that's different. I would have smoked his ass too, dude. Shit.
argument. And apparently that was normal. But little did Trey know is that Andre's son had called his dad and allegedly told him what happened. Andre ended up spotting the car that Trey was in on the west side of Detroit. Told the passenger to get out, this ain't had nothing to do with you allegedly, and let off his Draco while Trey was still sitting in the car. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family. Word on the street is that
I want to put y'all on to some of the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Freecash.com is a website that allows you to literally get paid hundreds of dollars just for playing video games on your phone. All you need is an email and a password. Follow the directions on each of the campaigns and you can earn at least $100. My personal favorite game to play was Sunrise Island, and when I clicked on it, they had a $370 bonus. I got $370 just for playing a video game on my phone. On average, it only takes about 17 minutes for most people to start earning money on freecash.com. So if you need some free, easy, extra money, go to freecash.com, click the QR code right here, or go in the description below and start getting that bag. You did?
Andre allegedly shot through the sunroof as well. Now,
how did he do
Andre
that?
ended up getting Trey address or location was a theory in itself. And an FYI, of course people thought that was his baby mother who gave up the drop. Possibly so. She was once arrested in connection.
But I ain't gonna lie though. As much as I would have wanted to do that, this is what I be telling people though, like on the guys though, gang. Listen to what I'm finna say. I know you want to do it, but bro, that's why you gotta call the police, gang. Like, these niggas be saying no snitching, all this, all that, for you gotta call the police. If Shorty shot up your baby mama car while her and your son was in the car, you gotta call the police. Because you just unalived this bitch ass nigga. You just unalived him. You smoked him. He up out of here. He gone. Poof. Right? Everything, But now you gotta go to jail. Now you and your baby mama in jail. Now your son ain't got no parents. Your son ain't got no parents. Your baby mama in jail. You in jail. He dead. It's a lose-lose. Why not call the police, let them lock him up, and you and your girl can go raise y'all son. You ain't got to worry about being in jail. He in jail. You got to think smarter than your feelings, folks.
She was
but I get it, though.
Then she got arrested for another murder that has nothing to do with this case some months after. And after that day, T.O.B., which was Trey Crew and Dexter, they became a part of Don't Worry About It. Now, some say the dude who was a part of making Don't Worry About It, according to his own public platform, is a guy called Big Homie, who's also a well-known local rapper from Detroit. Okay. And apparently he had the same manager, allegedly, as Skilla Baby. They even made a song together called The Tweakers Tour. For those who don't know, Don't Worry About It are known for calling themselves the Tweakers. You saw part 1.
Well, that sound cooler than Don't Worry. Y'all should have just went with the Tweakers then. That sounds better than Don't Worry About It.
You will understand why. In this song, the Big Homie even shout out Trey. Said they Trey Mafia.
Want me to that nigga body? No, you gotta catch a body. If you wanna roll with us, Trey Mafia, get a nigga gone, bro. That we know, nigga.
So we clear. That song dropped in July 2023. And that was after Skilla Baby had got shot, allegedly, by Don't Worry About It already. The first time. But a year and some change later, it seemed that wasn't the case. Cause Skilla Baby ended up dropping the Tweakers diss with the 50 Cent instrumental, insinuating he know who trying to take his life while dissing
he did the Mini Man,
aka Don't Worry About It.
You say you a tweaker, but you never shot nothing. You really mean you should go and drop some.
The song was dropped 4 months ago, February 6, 2025,
and it just came out, so he was still brewing up the beef. This is why I be telling people though, gang, like, gang, you know, you don't have to, you ain't gotta pull no beef. You don't gotta, you know. You don't gotta egg the beef on,
the
bro.
Big
You
Homie,
could just
who's
chill.
now incarcerated in the feds for an unrelated case, he managed to go on his social media and put out that ends wait till he go to jail to act tough. I'm assuming he's talking about Skilla Baby. And just keep in mind, that song was released just 2 months before he got shot. Now the dissing from Don't Worry About It didn't stop. For those who don't know, as I mentioned in the first video, GMO Stack is also a
Bro, tell me he don't look like FBG but in the Detroit version, folks. Tell me he don't, gang.
He a part of Don't Worry About It. And he did a song detailing robbing and shooting Skilla. And that was released 2 years ago. Damn. It was titled Rap Then. But that's what made that song with him and the Big Homie special. People assumed the beef was over, but I guess not.
Shots. Last niggas say they smoking, get up, baby, dead now. It's a celebration, I can't wait till they let Mills out.
Now, GMO Stacks had mentioned a man named Mills, who was incarcerated at the time that he put that video.
Let me see. So Skilla Baby did a song with the person who started Don't Worry About It. Terrible name. But the person who started it, Skilla Baby, did a song with him, so everybody thought the beef was over with. Whole time, it might have been over with him, but the hood, more people still into it, wanted, you know, and GMO Stacks is one of them.
Well, and I want you to keep that name in mind as we later talk about this video. But I want to be clear. In the first video we put out when Skilla Baby first got shot, we talked about he had beef with one man, a man named CP, who's also allegedly a part of Don't Worry About It. And at least now, at this point of the video, you have an idea on what the crew Don't Worry About It is. And as we mentioned in the first video, CP has a baby with Skilla Baby's cousin, who allegedly told Skilla Baby one day that CP put his hands on her, which allegedly ended in an altercation between CP and Skilla Baby. And as we know now, a never-ending beef.
Yep.
Which brings us to the day that Skilla Baby got shot at over 30 times.
Damn.
May 21st, 2025. Now, as mentioned, he survived, thank God.
Thank
the
God,
first thing he did was a show with 4-2 Doug.
If you smoke, don't try to stick me, nigga, let me know.
Hey!
Club with my gun on my banker. Can't believe with thoughts, chest full of anger.
Damn!
Any nigga on my list, they in danger.
Damn! He talking that dog
Shout out my niggas, Doggy. Real Detroit shit. Shout out the East, shout out to the West.
As I said at the very beginning.
Hey, shout out Detroit. I rock with them. They like Chicago cousins.
Felt like 4-2 Doug was playing them 50. Mainly because you see those two dudes to the right of 4-2 Doug.
Oh, that's 4-2 Doug, and that's GMO Stacks right there.
Album title, Forever Us, Never Them. Well, that's GMO Stacks.
Right.
And another guy called Cinco. Of course, both allegedly part of Don't Worry About It.
Right.
Some say Cinco was the guy who allegedly shot Skilla Baby the first time he was shot, according to what they were speaking in their public raps. And while on live, which happened some years prior. Now, immediately after Skilla Baby was shot the second time, people looked at GMO Stacks as the suspect based on the beef and the online antics.
Right.
And of course, being very close to CP. And not to mention they both allegedly a part of Don't Worry About It.
Right.
But people also pointed out a guy named Millie Rock, who some would say was the right hand to CP. And when comparing GMO stocks to CP and Millie Rock, they the big homie. Now just 2 days from me doing this video, family, CP and Millie Rock had allegedly got arrested. Now the feds has yet to come out and disclose if they was arrested in connection to Skilla Baby's arrest. But people close to the situation don't believe so. They believe they are, or at least possibly talking. Because less than 24 hours later, a guy who go by the name of Rondo, who was also allegedly part of Don't Worry About It,
Right.
house was raided. And you want to know who dad that was?
So right after they got locked up, one of their associates, one of the gang members got raided. Their house got raided.
That was on the screen when the feds had released a video in Detroit that a man was arrested in connection to Skilla Baby's shooting. Well, that was Rondo's dad. Check it out again.
So this them arresting them after Skilla Baby got shot.
Came home. And the crazy part about this story is at this point, Millie Rock had just came home, not even 3 months ago. March 11, 2025.
Damn.
It was one of 2 men charged with attempt murder.
Damn.
And Dearborn shooting.
Oh, y'all be crash dummies, gang. That would it be, bro. Go ahead, lock their ass up. You got charged with attempted murder 2 months ago, and you just came home. I probably on bond, and you back trying to kill one of the biggest rappers in the city? Where do that make sense at?
On December 30th, 2021, police alleged that Jamal Goodwin, aka Millie Rock, and Matthews Randolph had lured the victim to a residence and shot him in the doorway. The victim was unarmed. Goodwin was arrested in Georgia, and Edwards was caught in Detroit. Thank God he survived. But now, his name caught up with allegedly getting caught with switches, having affairs on his radar, and allegedly connected to shooting the rising star Skilla Baby.
Right.
All over what, really? Protecting his cousin? There
Right.
you have it, fam. We just talked about the deadly war that's going on down there in Detroit that seemed to allegedly have one rapper against an entire crew while still managed to be here serving his purpose with 2 attempts on his life. But thank God he's still here to tell us.
I ain't gonna lie though, Skilla. You should never go back to Detroit a day in your life, cool? I ain't gonna lie, folks. You should never in your life go back to Detroit, gang. Hell no. You done got hit twice on 2 separate occasions. These niggas want your head. You probably got more people that want you dead now than even before you got hit up. No. Nigga, you got enough money to move your family out of Detroit on bro grave. I know you can't buy everybody a crib and a car, but anybody you fuck with that's in Detroit, my guy, they can move, bro. On bro grave. You could take their ass to Ohio, Las Vegas, Texas. It's cheap as hell in Texas. Help pay for their movers, few thousand. Here go your movers. Pack this shit up for them. Get them some new furniture. You know, you can spend $20,000 to move your whole family for real. Now, you're going to have to help them find a job, but you Skilla Baby. That ain't hard. Like I said, niggas ain't got enough money to just retire their whole family and just pay everybody bills, buy everybody a house, buy everybody a Benz, pay for their whole life, give everybody $1 million and be cool. No. But you can move your family out of Detroit so you ain't got to go back. You know what I'm saying? You can move your friends out of Detroit so you ain't got to go back. And you can still send money to you can still send money to the crib. You can still send money to the city. You can still pay for shit. You can still have shit organized. But you don't need to be going back to Detroit, bro. Because they want your head, bro. And you still in the same, it's still, you kind of still in the same type of beef. You know what I'm saying? And this beef then got bloodshed. So it's like, I'm already knowing you guys, you probably still got homies in Detroit that they ain't too fond of you getting shot twice. And damn, they're dying this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't too fond of that. So what they gonna do? They gonna go put the belt to your ops. And then your ops gonna get mad at you more and more and more. They gonna want you more and more and more for what your homies doing to them because of what they did to you. It's just it's a dumbass game, bro. It's like a rat race, bro. You just gonna keep spinning on this damn wheel all day. And you ain't going nowhere. You running, but motherfucker ain't going nowhere, though. You see what I'm saying? So, that's my advice, though, shorty. I mean, I ain't nobody to get, you know, but shit, I know I wouldn't be in the motherfucker no more.